Right, welcome to Narrowboat Precious Jet. My name is Steve Tyrrell, and if you're new to the vlogs, then welcome along. You're more than welcome. If you feel like you'd like to subscribe, then click on the button down below, as you do. Right, first jobs this week. Last week I left you with no filter in the engine for the oil. That I've now purchased. So I've got two of those. I've got a spare. And I've also got an engine oil filter as well. I've bought two of those as well, actually, funnily enough. So that's the first job this week, is changing the oil and sorting the filters out on Old Smoky. Normally you'd warm the engine up and pump the oil out, but as the engine's been sat for a little while, I'm just going to leave all the oil in the sump, pump as much out as I can, and then replace it with fresh. And then, as I say, I've been out and bought a little suction pump, so I'm going to take the oil out the gearbox as well. Hopefully I should get the tube in with a bit of luck. I think it's got a tube with it anyway. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's got a little tube on it, so hopefully I'll be able to suck all the oil out the gearbox with that. I've got an old oil drum in the back of the Land Rover, so I'm going to go and get that now and give me something to put the old engine oil into. Yeah, that's about it really. So as I said earlier, if you're watching this and you're not subscribed, you know who you are. Don't forget to subscribe if you'd like, that is. Also, if you feel you need to, give me a thumbs up, and also comment down below. I do love your comments. Your comments are probably the best part of the videos for me. So right, let's crack on and get Old Smoky serviced. I'll leave that to drain the oil off for a couple of minutes before I take it out, save dripping oil all over the engine bay. Thinking while I'm manually pumping out the engine oil out the engine, I could be sucking the oil out the gearbox as well, so I'm going to set that up and do that at the same time, so stand by. Right, that's everything done. Oil's full in the gearbox. That's all nice and full now. Maybe a little bit over by about 1 millimetre, not much, hardly anything. Just the dregs out the bowl now going into the oil. That's done. The oil is smack on, but the oil filter's empty. So when the oil filter fills up, that'll lower the level slightly, so I'll have to top that up a little bit, which is not an issue. And that's it, that's the winter service done. Oil and filters. The only thing I've got left to do now is pump diesel. I'm going to use the engine, I'm going to spin the engine over and bleed the diesel through. So I've just loosened this nut off here, that's the top injector screw. Top of the injector, sorry. So all the diesel comes in through the lift pump, comes up this pipe here into the sediment filter and the filter, then goes back down into the injectors and then up the injector lines here, and then this wire here, or this pipe here, is a return back. So if I pump this up now or open this up now, the bowl will fill up, diesel will go around through the injectors, come out the overflow, and it'll go back. So once diesel comes out of here, I know all the air in the system, or most of the air in the system, is gone. And then even if there's a little bit of air there, the engine will probably still start anyway. So right, let's give it a quick turn over and pump some diesel. In fact, the lift pump has that little twisty thing there, so I could even lift it up with that. So yeah, let me show you what I'm pumping. Look, this little lever here, just pump it, and that is manually lifting diesel out the fuel tank, pumping it up into the system. So that's, and I can see little bubbles coming out the top here now. So if you see that there, can you see the little bubbles coming out? There you go, little air bubbles popping out of there. Look. So once all them air bubbles are gone, so it's still wobbling. Once that's just diesel coming out of there, that means the thing's full. I can't see whether that's focusing up. I don't think that's focusing very well. See the air just coming out of there. The trouble is I'm leaning over and you can't see very well because I'm leaning over. So this oil cloth here, just let me put that under there a minute to catch any dripping diesel. Right, let's give that another little crank. Still bubbling away. Oh, getting close now by the look of it. Bubbling nicely there. Getting the odd drip, not much though, so we've still got a bit of air yet. So I'm still pumping on this here, look. Not much bubbles coming out now. So that looks more like just diesel now. Oh no, there are still a few bubbles. Yeah, still bubbles coming out there, definitely. The diesel is being caught at the bottom. Right, let me come back to you in a minute. Fire in the hole. Right, bit of a rainy day today, so I've got all the windows shut and the doors shut. Look, let's have a quick look outside. I know it's raining because I can hear it on the roof. The trouble is, yeah, look, it's raining. So anyway, got the door shut and the windows shut. But I thought I'd show you this. This is me, the new Wi-Fi box I bought. I've already had a look inside, so I know what's in here. So this is the new Wi-Fi router that I was telling you about that I've got. So you can put 2 SIM cards in it. It only does 4G, but they're all singing and all dancing. Got various little aerials to come with it. I'll only use 2 of these aerials, I think, or maybe 3. And that'll be for the Wi-Fi inside the boat. Got a power cable here, got another power cable. No, that's another aerial port. I think, yeah, there's just various aerials. SIM card mounts, little pin as well to move your SIM card in and out. So yeah, it's basically a 12 volt system, so it runs off 12 volt, which is why I've got it for the boat. Just got to figure a way of mounting it in the boat now, or I might build a little shelf just to sit it on in the engine room. I think that's probably the best place for it. It's in the engine room. So okay, right, if I can sort myself out today and get done, that'll be today's job, is sorting this out. Although I might leave it till tomorrow when it's a bit warmer, because it's cold in the boat this morning. I've got the fire lit, but it's still quite cold in the boat at the moment. Give it a chance to warm up. Right, so the Wi-Fi is there, although it's not going to stay there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little shelf up here and have it on a shelf, because these wires are a tad too short. So when I put it up there on the shelf, they'll fit a treat. So that's good. But back to the engine. Just now the engine's run. Well, it run yesterday. Dip the oil. Although you can't see that, that's perfect. We're on the max mark, and that's after the filters filled up as well, so that's good. So that's finished, that's that done, that's the service done. So that's oil and diesel filter in here. That's nice and dry. Seal around the engine head, that's all nice and dry, so that's good. Excellent stuff. Well, I'm afraid that's the end of the video. Oh no. So we're out in the woods with the dogs. And unfortunately, this week's a very short video. So that's all you're getting. Come out with the dogs, and I'm editing the video in a bit. And I realised I hadn't got an exit. So I'm filming it now. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed. Sorry it's very short. I need to pull my finger out and start that boatman's cabin, but I've got so much stuff to do off the boat that I'm finding it hard to do work on the boat, if that makes sense. But get there when we get there, don't we, really? So that's all we've got for you today. Hopefully next week's video will be a bit longer. When I said last week's video was going to be short and it was 25 minutes, this one really is going to be short. So like I said, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Also comment down below, and if you want to, subscribe. I'd appreciate it. Don't think anybody else would, but I would. So anyway, take care, your families. See you next week. See you, bye. Jazz? What are you doing, Jazz? You're waiting. What are you doing, Charlie? What are you doing? It's been a long time since you was on the video, isn't it, Charlie? Eh? Yeah, he don't care. He's too busy chewing a stick.